Good morning, greetings, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 32 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, if you have questions about the longevity products or Truth Skin Health products, or if you have a comment or success story you'd like to share, 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side, 844-236-6010. If you have comments, success stories, or if you have questions about ingredients or formulations, if you read something or you have a health challenge that is particularly troublesome to you, we love hearing from you on the bright side. 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase longevity products or Truth Skin Health products, go to truthtreatments.com for your Truth Skin Health products and brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com for your longevity products. And don't forget to click on the Join the Team link for a one-time $25 fee. You can be in business for yourself, or you can get your products at the wholesale price if you so desire. If you want to have a little side business, if you want to have a major business, your sole business. A lot of people are just working longevity and making significant amount of money. Or if you just want to be a distributor and get your products at the wholesale price for a one-time $25 fee, call 866-735-2470 or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. All right. Welcome back to The Bright Side. We have been talking about the energy nature of the body, which is, to me, the most fundamental nature of the body when it comes to health. And when I say energy, I'm not just talking about physical energy. There's emotional energy. There's mental energy. There's spiritual energy. All the energy, all the various ways energy shows up have a role to play in how well the body functions. In a sense, you have an emotional body, you have a mental body, and you have a spiritual body, like you have a physical body. And all these bodies have to function together. There's a certain wholeness that has to happen in the body in order for us to be effectively and maximally functional. In order for us to be able to take advantage of this amazing thing called the life force, we've got to facilitate its movement, its flow, health, wholeness, disease, fragmentation. Fragmentation naturally occurs as we age. I see it all the time in bodies who are 50s and 60s, even 40s. Fragmentation shows up as calcification. There's a lot of. I was reading today. I got an email from a guy who is usually pretty intelligent. I don't want to mention his name, but I was very surprised to see the headline on this email. And I'll cut him some slack and say he just wanted to get people's attention. He wrote, "Calcium is a cause of disease," because he was referring to the fact that calcification is associated with disease. So he blames calcium. This guy should know better. But like I say, I'm just going to attribute the headline to somebody who wrote a headline who doesn't know better. In any case, fragmentation is manifested physically as calcification, and everybody's calcifying as they get older, period. And it has nothing to do with calcium supplements. You read every now and again about how calcium supplements are associated with heart disease, or calcium is associated with heart disease. Yes, calcification is part of the deterioration process. It's part of the breakdown process, and it accompanies and it is analogous to fragmentation. Armoring is what Wilhelm Reich called it. It's associated with cortisol. It's associated with stress hormones. So here's the thing. If you're sick, one of the fastest ways to get more chi, energy, feel better, heal, or at least tend towards healing, depending on how broken down you are, is to relax the armoring. Now, some of us have so much armoring, especially if you had surgeries, that it's locked in. The tissue has actually grown in an armored form, in which case you have to have body work. And that's the reason I love Rolfing so much. Rolfing is serious body work for breaking up fragments, for breaking up fragmentation, for restoring the body back to wholeness. Now, it's only physical. This is true, but there's a relationship, and you'll find that you're liberating emotional energy and mental energy and even spiritual energy when you get Rolf. Now, you'll go back. If you don't correct the problem, you'll probably go back. But for many people, when they get this kind of intense body work done, and even if you don't get Rolf, just stretching, but depending on how adhered you are, fragmented you are, armored you are, stretching is still great. But the unbelievable way you feel after you've been Rolfed or had Reiki and therapy done, by the way, it's similar. They both concentrate on breaking up scar tissue and adhesions. The way you feel when you're done is amazing. Why? Because for the first time in decades for many people, energy's starting to flow. When energy flows, we feel good. We feel pleasurable. We're in a good mood when our energy is flowing. That's not airy-fairy. That is not woo-woo. That is the real deal. That is how the body is designed to work. It loves the flow of energy. That's why kids are always, unless something dramatic happens to them or they've been traumatized, they tend to be happy a lot because they're flowing, the energy's flowing through their system very clear, very smoothly. When you get older, that doesn't happen as much. So all health, all wellness is about movement. The movement of energy inside the blood and the movement of our bodies. Guess what? We feel good when we move our bodies. We get surges of dopamine. Dopamine is reward chemistry. Interestingly, we get a surge of dopamine when we eat sugar, and we get a surge of dopamine when we move. And because it's a lot easier to eat sugar than it is to move, most of us are getting our dopamine from sugar. Which is why the more you're moving, the more you're exercising, the less likely you're going to be to want to get your dopamine from sugar or from crappy food in general. Calories themselves will secrete the same kind of reward chemistry we get from movement. So what I'm saying is if you're not as healthy as you want to be, or you don't feel as good as you want to be, or you don't have as much energy as you want to have, move. Facilitate the movement of electricity by moving the blood, moving the lymph, by deep breathing, by moving the body. If you have to have body work done, Rolfing. Everybody should get Rolfed. Everybody can use it. And if you think this is kind of airy-fairy and woo-woo, you're stuck in Middle Ages thinking, literally. That's how we have two ways of thinking based on our scientific postulates or scientific premises. There's two ways of thinking. There's the mechanical way of thinking. You can call it Newtonian way of thinking. And then there's the quantum way of thinking. Quantum only kicked in about 120 years ago. The mechanical way of thinking has been going on for centuries, since the 16th century probably. So it's got a big head start. And unfortunately, the medicine that we operate with today makes a lot of money based on Newtonian perspectives, Newtonian philosophy, Newtonian science, mechanics. But the world is quantum, and this is so important because quantum is someplace where we have tremendous amounts of control over. That's the coolest thing about quantum. And I hope your eyes aren't glazing over when I say quantum, because it just sounds so abstract, but it's not. We have tremendous power over quantum. That to me is the lesson of all the 120, at least one of the most powerful lessons, if not the ultimate lesson of quantum physics. And that is the fact that we have so much control over it. We have so much control over how our body shows up at the quantum level. That's what Deepak Chopra's been talking about for 50 years now, or 40 years. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. bright side. Pharmacist Ben here. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about longevity products or true skin health products or just health challenges you or a loved one needs help with, 844-236-6010 is our number. You can purchase longevity products at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, criticalhealthnews.com. You can also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team off the websites. And don't forget to check out our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Okay, so we're talking about the nature of energy. We're talking about the whole quantum thing. And I hope, it just sounds so overwhelming, quantum. It doesn't really mean anything but small. Quantum means small, tiny, teeny-weeny. Of course, when I say small, I'm talking about trillions of times smaller than small. Really small. And at the level of the really small, things do bizarre things. But the most important thing, without getting too much in the weeds, is at the level of the very small, our awareness and our consciousness plays the main role in how things show up. This is something we didn't know until 100 years ago. Certainly, they didn't know about it 600 years ago in the Middle Ages. That would have sounded ridiculous. But we know it's true. It still sounds ridiculous, actually. Unfortunately, the science is such that this is the most exact and specific and highly accurate science that has ever been. It's so accurate. It's like 99.9999999% mathematically coherent, and that's like crazy. Nothing's ever been that mathematically accurate. Quantum is over the top on that. And we have computers based on it. We've got our iPhones based on it. We've got scanners in the supermarket based on it. I mean, our whole world is based on the ridiculousness of quantum. But it's real. So you got to say it's real, whether we understand it or not. You just got to say we don't understand it because it works. So when we talk about this stuff, you border on the woo-woo. And by the way, woo-woo is actually a term. It's in the Urban Dictionary. Quote, descriptive of an event or person espousing New Age theories such as energy work, crystal magic, Reiki, bizarrely restrictive diets, or supernatural, paranormal, or psychic occurrences. So, let's break that down. New Age just means quantum. It means the age that was born in it actually started with electromagnetics in the late 19th century. Yes, New Age is a scientific term. New Age means the science or the perspective or the philosophies, they're all interrelated, science and perspective and philosophies and worldviews that began with electromagnetics. Electromagnetics says that everything's a field, and that if you touch, the definition of a field is you touch one side of it and you touch another side of it 1,000,000 miles away and you get interactions. That's what a field is, and that's all electromagnetics is about. It's a field. That was a crazy idea in 1860 when Michael Faraday and James Maxwell, Clerk, I believe I forgot the guy's name, but Michael Faraday and Maxwell, I think is his name, came up with these theories of electromagnetics, and then we had quantum. And so, sorry, New Age is about quantum. It's about electromagnetics. It's about the field. Energy work. What's that? That means moving energy, moving the body. Crystal magic. What's a crystal? A crystal, everything's a crystal. Your body's a crystal. Cells are crystals. Liquid crystal displays are in your TV set. So crystal magic is just the manipulation of crystals. If you talk about those quartz crystals, those silly things that people raise up and down their body, they're actually based in the fact that quartz conducts electrical energy. Reiki, just moving the energy body. Bizarrely restrictive diets, keto, fasting, intermittent fasting. Or supernatural just means we don't understand it. Paranormal or psychic occurrences. That's what woo-woo is according to the Urban Dictionary. That means health is woo-woo. That means life is woo-woo. That means you can't get around woo-woo. If you're going to talk about health, you got to go woo-woo. You got to go abstract. If you're really serious about it, you have to go abstract. Yes, if you're supplementing and you're deficient in selenium, you can take selenium and feel better. There's no doubt about it. If you're deficient in vitamin A and you take vitamin A, your skin's going to improve. That's true. I agree. But if we want to be maximally healthy, we got to go woo-woo. We got to go into the energy world. And if you're going to be in the world of health, you got to understand energy, because really selenium works energetically. Yeah, you don't have to know about selenium to take it and benefit from it. But if you do know about it, how it really works, what's really going on with selenium, you'll be able to use it more effectively. You'll be able to take advantage of it, squeeze every drop of power out of your selenium and your vitamin C. That's why I talk about all this stuff. Yeah, you can take selenium. There's plenty of people who say take selenium. Oh, you got a cold? Take zinc. Oh, you got diabetes? Take sulfur. Or take selenium, or take chromium or vanadium or whatever. I call it this for that. And yes, it can be helpful, but that's not what I'm about. I want you to understand how this whole thing works, and that means going into the non-physical. And that actually means, if you're interested in healing and health, that means going mental and emotional. Working with thoughts and feelings. That means going spiritual, working with our sense of connection. I call spirituality our sense of connection. And as a therapist, personally, it's my belief, hope at least, but I believe we're going to be taking our thoughts and our emotions as seriously as we take our medical strategies. We'll begin to understand that the world of energy, as it shows up in thoughts and emotions and spirituality, as well as bioelectricity in the body, is way more powerful than the world of medicine that talks about drugs and surgeries. And by the way, the world of medicine, as we know it today, of drugs and surgeries, was a tremendous advance. Drugs and surgeries were a tremendous advance, and sterile techniques and all of those things were a tremendous advance over the superstition of the Dark Ages and even the High Middle Ages. The Enlightenment came around in the 1600s, actually the late 15th century is when it started officially. And it came around, and all of a sudden we started to think differently about the world. We started to think more scientifically, and that was great. But now we're here. It's the new age. That's what the new age is about. It's about thinking at a higher level, thinking quantum, thinking electromagnetics, thinking abstract energies, thinking emotions, thinking spirituality when it comes to our health. What would happen if we regarded positive emotions and positive thinking as supplements? What would happen if we took emotional supplements and thinking supplements, or as drugs? What if your doctor would write a prescription for good thoughts or good emotions? Now, I'm not saying that's all it takes, by the way, although if you have enough good emotions and good thoughts, it very well could be, but most of us can't go there to where we can control our entire biochemistry, because the world we live in promotes fear. That's really, by the way, what it comes down to is fear versus love. It's either one or the other. You're either with me or against me. There's the whole that's really what we're talking about here. Those are the fundamental polarities of health and disease, is fear and love, or the other way around, love and fear. So ultimately, that's what it really comes down to. And we got a society that promotes fear everywhere we turn. We're looking at the fear, and we're interacting with the fear response. And that's really what it comes down to. In the near future, or maybe not the near future, but in the future, we'll regard this as a fundamental tool for healing. And we'll start to use positive thoughts and emotions, loving thoughts and emotions as supplements. We talked about affirmations. The brain is always searching for things. So if you ask a question, it will always try to find an answer for you. So the questions we ask become very, very important. How am I healthy? How am I okay? How am I wealthy? How am I happy? When you ask those questions, your brain will find reasons. That's called an affirmation. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. All right, we're back on the bright side. Got lines open, 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about anything we're speaking about here today, or a health challenge your loved one is dealing with, or comment or success story, 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side. We are on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, and 24/7 on brightsideben.com's archive page. And we've got blog posts, news stories as well on all our sites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com. And, of course, you can purchase all your favorite longevity products off the websites as well. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we'll get your calls here in just a moment. From the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, new treatments help those with mild, moderate, and severe eczema. Atopic dermatitis, that's the technical name for eczema. Atopic is the secret. That's the key right there. And dermatitis is also a very instructive word. If you break the diagnosis down of eczema is kind of the colloquial way of saying it, the layperson's phrase, but the real technical name is atopic dermatitis. Atopic means it's not from the top. Atopic is Latin for it's not from the top. That's important, folks. Atopic, not from the top, means it's from the inside. It says it right in the name. If you're trying to deal with your eczema with an eczema cream, you're missing your point of power, your leverage. It's right in the name. Atopic means not in the top. It means from the inside. Dermatitis means an itis of the derma. That means an inflammatory reaction. The itis always means inflammation, like arthritis is inflammation of the joints. Diverticulitis is inflammation of the diverticula, and dermatitis is itis, inflammation of the skin. Inflammation is always the end result of an immune reaction, a defensive reaction. Now we're getting somewhere here, folks. Eczema doesn't need new treatments. There's no new drugs. By the way, this is all about new steroid drugs to treat this condition. Why steroids? Because it shuts down the immune system. The problem with atopic dermatitis is you're getting an immune system reaction from something that's getting into the system, into the blood. It's right in the name. Atopic dermatitis. Take that to your next dermatologist if you decide to go to a dermatologist for your eczema and say, what does that mean, atopic dermatitis? Break it down for me. Or maybe you should break it down for him. Usually it involves food intolerances. It can also involve a combination of food intolerances and deficiencies. Deficiencies in zinc, omega fatty acids, both 6 and 3, vitamin A and vitamin E, and also to a certain extent vitamin D. It's a fatty issue. Now, from a more abstract issue, if you really want to go there, the skin involves how we respond to the environment. It's our protection. When you have a skin problem, you're overprotecting. And there's all kinds of reasons why we do that. That's from a more abstract area. It always involves the fear response. Immune system reactions are always about the fear response. The immune system is our defense system. And the fear response and the defense response are interrelated. So anytime you have an itis from a more abstract mental emotional perspective, you're going to have some aspect of the fear response kicking in just by the nature of itis, inflammation. Anyway, if you have eczema and you want to address it physically, look for foods and then protect the gut. Use all the strategies for digestive health, probiotics and digestive enzymes and fermented foods and glutamine powder and fatty short chain fatty acids, butyric acid, for example, and then also use fatty nutrients. Vitamin A is really, really important for the skin in general. All right, 844-236-6010. Let's see here. Well, okay, we'll get to the phones. I got a bunch of people who want to talk, so let's say good morning to Elaine in Alaska. What's up, Elaine?
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you in Alaska? Are you near that earthquake?
Oh, my word. I have never experienced something so scary in my life.
Yeah? Were you right in the middle of it? Ground zero?
Yeah.
You were?
Oh, my gosh, and it went on for a minute.
Were you in the house?
Yeah.
And did everything start shaking?
Everything started coming out. Cabinets flying, dishes coming down.
Oh, my God. What's going through your head? What's going through your head when that happens?
Well, I was yelling for my daughter was my first thought, and I couldn't hear her. She was in her room. We were at the kitchen table, and she didn't respond, and I was scared, so I did the mom thing, and I ran and looked for her in the cabinet. It was just flying. It was crazy.
Wow, that's intense. Did you, was it completely out of the blue, or do you guys live with that sort of Damocles, over your head?
We'll have little earthquakes, but nothing like that. She went under her bed, but she plugged her ears because it was so
How
loud.
old is she?
She's 13.
So it was loud from just the sound of the earth shaking? What was the loud part?
It was like being in a thundercloud for a minute.
Oh, my God. That's
loud.
Intense. Was it an adrenaline rush?
Oh, my. Well, it's in all of us, all my patients, everyone. It's just like we've just kind of this higher cortisol. Everybody's on edge because we've had 50,000 aftershocks since the earthquake.
So you can have another one anytime, right?
that's life.
Wow. All right. Gotcha. You can have them anywhere.
Okay, and nobody got hurt, injured. It was amazing. Nobody got hurt.
Nobody. Wow.
Nobody.
Are you at Anchorage?
Just outside. Yeah, just outside.
Just outside.
So,
all right. So what's going on today? How can I help you? I'm going to run out of time here.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a comment and a quick question. I
Yeah.
just want to comment. I've lived here 16 years, and I've always had adult acne, like on my neck. I really struggle through the winter time.
Okay.
But I started the omega-6 healing cream and then the retinol gel. I started that last year. I do the retinol gel about once a week or twice a week, and the healing cream twice a day.
Yeah.
And it's only January, but this is my first winter that I don't have adult acne. And
well, that's interesting. I'm not going to take full credit for it because you're doing other things, I'm sure. Now, you had lupus, I think you told me, no? Or some autoimmune issue? What was your lupus, was it?
Yes, lupus, yeah.
Okay, well, you're doing some good stuff. You're probably taking care of yourself really well. I mean,
it's been better about getting in the sauna, and I do this whole sauna routine of stretching.
Good for you.
Just kind of ringing all bells. So right. I think the stuff helps for sure.
Very good. Good job. Thank you for sharing that. And that's truthtreatments.com for listeners. And then if you have a question, why don't you ask, and then I'll put you back on hold, and we'll go to a commercial and then come back.
Patient, she's highly allergic to citrus. So what options do we have outside of the tangy tangerine?
I don't think that'll be a problem, the tangy tangerine, but let's talk about citrus allergy because that's kind of an interesting subject. Allergies happen to peptides and proteins. They don't happen really to citrus per se unless there's something the body's reacting to the citrus. So if the body reacts, or I should say the body produces a chemical in response to the citrus, that's called there's an interaction between the citrus chemical and something the body makes. You can have an allergic reaction to that. Not the citrus on its own, but it's I don't know if that makes sense. I'll explain better when I come back from our break. Then we'll talk about a citrus and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Okay, we are back on The Bright Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking to Elaine in Alaska about citrus. Couple things here. When you have a citrus allergy, Elaine, citrus is not allergenic. But what is allergenic are the reaction that compounds in citrus oils have with substances in the body. And what I mean by that is there are active compounds in citrus oils, okay? Very active compounds. Citrus oils got, from a quantum, actually, small perspective, there's super active molecules in citrus, okay? These super active molecules in the oil of citrus react with proteins in the body to create allergenic compounds. You follow me?
Yes.
Are you with me? Okay. The reason that's important is because you can use good nutrition to prevent that reaction from happening. You can use antioxidants to keep that from happening because these are oxidation reactions. So, for example, there's a compound in citrus called limonene. Have you ever heard of this? It's what gives citrus. Limonene gives citrus its citrusy kind of smell. One of the active ingredients. Limonene is super powerful. It can be used as a stain remover, as a cleanser. You can buy limonene and various limonene cleaning products. Limonene is just powerful, powerful stuff. And the same way it cleans stains, it will clean proteins in the body. It will damage proteins in the body. And that causes, those damaged proteins can cause allergic reactions. So what I'm saying is you can use nutrition to prevent that from occurring. So that's one thing. Then secondly, and I think that's important because sometimes people say, oh, I have a citrus allergy. That's just it. I have citrus allergy. No. You can use good nutrition so that the body cleans out these damaged molecules more effectively. Okay? That's first of all. Second of all, the citrus in Beyond Tangy Tangerine is like a speck. And it's unlikely to cause even, you can barely taste it. It's hardly anything. There's nothing in there. I mean, I certainly, in my opinion, it's a shame to waste all that good nutrition because you're afraid of the citrus in Beyond Tangy Tangerine. You have a citrus allergy, supposedly. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, Yeah, could the citrus, if it's being so small, could it almost act like sort of analogous to a
homeopathic kind of thing?
Just a little bit.
I don't think so. I'll tell you why I don't think so. Because remember how this mechanism. How the mechanism is. The citrus is damaging proteins in the body. Okay. And then the proteins in the body that are damaged initiate an immune response. Okay. So you have to have a certain amount of it for that to occur. From the homeopathic perspective, it's not going to occur in a lot of. If you have a trace amount, it's not going to occur. You're not going to get a lot of damage. You follow me? It's not a homeopathic mechanism. It's a mechanical mechanism. The proteins are being damaged. The body's responding to the proteins.
Okay.
I hope that's making sense, because a lot of people feel like they have citrus allergies, and that's just it. I have a little citrus and I'm going to die. I don't know what people think. I'm going to die, or I'm going to have a rash, or whatever. It's unlikely with the amount of citrus, and you should be nutriating your citrus allergy away. If you understand, the mechanism is an oxidation mechanism. In other words, the compounds in the citrus are initiating rusting. That's what oxidation is. It's rusting of various proteins in the body. These rusted proteins then initiate an allergic response.
Okay.
All right? Okay,
Sounds good.
So
okay.
I hope that helps. Thank you so much, Elaine. Have a beautiful day, and I'm sure we'll talk to you soon. Okay, Liz in Colorado. Good morning. Welcome to the Bright Side. Hello, Liz.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
I was calling because actually I'm an esthetician, and I have a patient who presented me with a condition I'm not familiar with, and I wanted to know how to treat.
Sure. What's it called?
She has jungle rot on her foot.
Jungle rot?
Yeah.
Between her toes?
She is actually so embarrassed she won't show me. She told me
Is it the nail when she says jungle rot? Or it's kind of like, you ever see what happens to people when they've been in the water too long? Like your skin when it's in the water. That's what jungle rot basically is.
Yeah, so like in our climate, so basically right now she's dealing with the dryness and the cracking. So
okay, no problem. Let's talk about that real quick. Okay, so first of all, where do you are you an esthetician? Where do you practice? Denver?
I'm self-employed. Yes.
But I mean, are you in Denver? What part of the?
Yes.
You're in Denver. And how I met you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We have met. Okay.
Your talks at Sanitas. Mm-hmm.
A long time ago? Oh yeah. Well, it must have been a long time. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going on.
Too long ago, probably. Too long to even think about. I can't believe how long it's been that I've been doing these. So here's the deal: the feet, the bottom of the body. Mm-hmm. If you have any kind of circulatory problems, that's where it's going to show up. Okay, so diabetics tend to have this a lot, and by the blood sugar issues can sometimes be involved. That'd be one thing for her to address. She's not circulating properly, and the major reason for that is blood sugar problems. Although digestive problems can cause it too. That's step number one. You got to have her improve her circulation. Number two, it has to do with fats and fatty vitamins, essential fatty acids and fatty vitamins. Now, you can have her supplementing with vitamin A, with vitamin D, with zinc, which is a fatty mineral, selenium, also sulfur, and essential fatty acids, of course. And then also anything that helps her build connective tissue, because moisture is held in the connective tissue. Right? Are we good so far?
Yep.
Okay, now, the problem is if she's got intestinal problems, intestinal issues, gallbladder issues, liver issues, she may not be absorbing her nutrients. You follow me? Even if she has stomach issues and she's not making enough enzymes or hydrochloric acid, which is common, she's not going to absorb her nutrients. So you can put her on these supplements and you might not notice benefits. You with me?
Got it.
So what I'd be doing if I were you is I'd be asking about the digestive thing, and you should be doing this anyway. You probably know this if you've been to my talks. You always want to ask about the digestion. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's number one. Number two, you want to get her on the supplements and see how she responds. If she notices results, and it shouldn't take more than a couple weeks before she starts to notice she's significantly better, starting to get better anyway, then you're on the right track. If she doesn't notice the kind of result, like really good results, really dramatic results, you got to really hit the digestive system and the liver hard. Okay? You should be doing it anyway, really. Mm-hmm. But she probably just wants some relief quickly. Just pound some nutritional supplements in her and see what happens. And then tell her the whole digestive connection. Just be asking her about her bowel movements, about bloating, gas, history of digestive issues, diabetes. You follow me?
Yeah.
And that's how you want to focus on. Fats, circulation, and then blood sugar and digestive issues, absorption issues. That's what I would be doing. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah, the urea is what was prescribed. Like,
that's just a topical. That's an idiotic That's just a dumbass. Excuse me. That's just, I don't know if I can say that, but that's just crazy because urea will soften the skin. That's why you pee on yourself. By the way, do you ever hear that? Where people use urine therapy? People will pee on their feet, or their hair. That's because, seriously, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not being gross or sarcastic.
No, yeah. I totally, I wanted to be kind of smart-ass and tell her that personally.
Tell her to soak in her urine. That's what urea is. Yeah, that's what urea is.
What I thought. She can't afford the actual script. And
soak in her urine. Yeah, urine's sterile. There's nothing wrong with it. Have her soak her feet in her urine. She might get some relief, but as long as she has that problem. And this is more like it's indicative of another problem. So you really want to, that's what's cool about being a smart esthetician is you can save somebody's life. You know what I'm saying, Liz?
And money.
As not to mention money. But if you understand how the body works, you can keep her from getting cancer down the road or heart disease.
True.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Where did you go to school? Where did you go to school?
I actually, oh my gosh, it was through the arts and sciences. She's now changed her name, but she was in Arvada.
Peggy?
Oh, is that her name? Peggy, I believe, was an instructor.
Right.
God, it was so long ago. It's like 20 years ago.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
It's been some time. Another question. So I signed up for my longevity under your account via your site.
Okay, that's great.
However, I didn't notice, I was under the impression that I would be able to reorder at a wholesale price, but that's not so unless I...
No, you should be. If you paid the $25, you're wholesale forever. Call this number. You got a pencil?
What is it? Yep.
866-735-2470. Tell them what you just told me. They'll take care of it.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, Liz, good to talk to you.
I'm so grateful for you. All right,
thank you.
Have
a great day. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's go to Ron. We're running out of time here, my friend. I hate to do it to you, but what's going on? Maybe we can do something quick. Ron?
Two questions real quick. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good program. And my brother went in for a physical, and he's 30% blocking of the arteries, and they said they don't put stents in unless there's 50%.
Chelation. Have him do chelation therapy. Find somebody who does chelation therapy. Also use chelating nutrients. Vitamin C is chelating, selenium is chelating, MSM sulfur is chelating, and acetylcysteine is chelating. Chelating agents and chelation therapy is what I would be doing. I wish I had more time, Ron. We're just out. If you want to call back tomorrow, that would be awesome. I'd love to help you. Nattokinase also is a great digestive enzyme, and digestive enzymes in general for arterial blockage, but I'm just a big fan of chelation. All right, thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.